What is happening, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well out there. In today's video, I wanted to basically show you guys what's been going on in our hot housing market, kind of go over some prices, and just kind of show you guys really what you can get out here in the valley currently. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screen record my phone here, and we're gonna go through it together so you guys can see exactly what's going on out here in the valley. And we're specifically talking about the Phoenix Metro in this video, which is basically going to cover like Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, Peoria, Goodyear, just all the cities that surround Phoenix, as well as Phoenix. So let me hit this and get this recording. And if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up for us. Lets me know that you like the video and do more of these. Just trying out new things to kind of really see what's good. And this is something I do pretty much on a daily. I go through the housing market pretty much every day to kind of see what things are going for. And been a lot of surprises this year. Or actually, well, the housing market has been appreciating pretty fast over the past like 3.5 years, but this year particularly, and by this year I mean like 2021 into 2022, has been pretty wild. So I'm gonna put my filters on. I got the screen recording right now, and this first filter is gonna be anything in the valley for 200,000 or less, and we're gonna specifically look for single family homes this time. And bedrooms is anything, so it could be a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and so on. And same with the bathrooms. And we have it set at active and coming soon listings, so we're gonna see what's available. And I've already gone through this list. Like I said, I go through Redfin like every single day just to kind of see what's out there. So normally these places will be highlighted, a darker shade, but since I've already seen it, it's not highlighted anymore. But this first one here, which I looked at, it's a for sale by owner, and it's not a single family home. So you would think, oh yeah, you would think it's a single family home, you're getting a deal for 130K. No, it's actually an apartment. And well, it's a condo, and it's apartment 104, yada yada, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 450 square feet. But we're gonna skip past that because this video is specifically looking for single family homes. And as you guys can already see just by looking at this map here, there's really nothing. We're talking about all of Glendale, all of Peoria, all of Goodyear, all of Mesa, Chandler, and you might say, oh well, there's a whole house there for 140K. Actually, it's not. It's a for sale by owner again, and it looks like it's either a mobile home or a manufactured home. Probably in a mobile home park, and they're asking 140K. Now, one thing I've noticed when you see for sale by owners, they usually don't know how to list their properties correctly. They'll list, in this case, a mobile home as a single family home, which it's not. So when people go to look at stuff, they may be looking for a mobile home, but they won't see this person's property because it's not listed as a mobile home. So sometimes it's good to use an agent. I've always used a real estate agent. I do have a pretty good real estate agent that I use. I could see if he wants extra business. If anybody reaches out to me, I could reach out to him and kind of go that route. But as you can see, there is pretty much nothing. And if we look west, nothing. Now we can try looking all the way up here. For sale by owner again. And let's click on this one. I haven't seen this one yet. This is in Whitman, AZ. This is really far out of town. I don't know much about Whitman at all, really. I mean, I've probably been out there a couple times to do some deliveries, but outside of that, I know zero. Been on the market for 57 days, which is pretty long. Usually stuff seems to get snatched up within like 2 weeks. Definitely under 30 days out here. And so nothing there. So let's kind of move along here, and let's just stay in the Phoenix Metro. Let's move this filter to 250K. Now there's 9 homes. And these ones over here for 250, we're not really gonna look at those. Those are probably 55 and up. They may not be. They may be in El Mirage or Youngstown. But anything that's in Sun City West is gonna be a 55 and up. So we're gonna skip past that. But we do have a house here for 240,000. Let's click on it. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 880 square feet. Let's see. There's 5 photos. Mainly just photos of the outside, so it's probably a rental property. A lot of times the rental properties have a hard time getting inside to take photos of the inside, or maybe they just didn't get to it. So yeah, this isn't 240. You know, it's definitely one of the more affordable places you'll see out here right now, because if you kind of look around, there is nothing else. So that's a single family home off of Cave Creek. This area here is it's okay. It's got a lot of nice mountain views, but you know, it's one of those areas that can be a little sketchy sometimes. It's not the best, not the worst area. It's just kind of right there in the middle. And that also depends on who you're asking to, because if you're asking somebody that's lived in, let's say, Paradise Valley their whole life, they're gonna say that's a really bad area. Now if you ask somebody else that's lived in, like, let's say 27th Avenue and Indian School, they'll probably tell you that this area over here near Cave Creek, which is basically the road that's cutting diagonal, they'll tell you that, you know, it's actually not that bad of an area. So it just kind of depends on who you're asking, really. And you'll see, again, there's really not much for 250,000. So let's bump this up to 300. Now, there's more homes here, but we're gonna exclude any of these ones up in this area, because again, this is probably Sun City West, 55 and up. Usually those homes don't sell for as high as, you know, a typical all ages home. So as you can see, there's a lot of homes for sale in this area here. And just a little quick tip for any of you guys that are looking for an apartment out here in the valley, one rule of thumb that sometimes it works is if you pull up an app like this, you can see where the most affordable houses are, and typically you might want to avoid those areas. If you don't know the area, I would say to avoid those areas first, and kind of look in other areas where the houses are more expensive. Now, this doesn't always apply in every situation, because sometimes there are houses that are really expensive and they could have bad apartment complexes in the area. And it could go the other way, where sometimes you'll have an area that the houses are really cheap, but you might have a good apartment complex. But just for me, just a rule of thumb, if you're gonna look, I would try to avoid the areas with the cheapest houses. So you can see, like, anything in here, all this right over here is areas that I would probably try to avoid. I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm definitely not saying they're good. Let's see here. It looks like you have some homes over here, pretty close to downtown Phoenix. Yeah, we have a smaller home, 850 square feet. They're asking almost 300,000 for it. It's only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So right now, these are the cheapest homes you can get in the valley. Just a year ago, when we bought this property here, we paid roughly about 250,000, and since then we've been here almost about a year, a little less, and these properties have gone up about 100 grand in a year, which is pretty wild. So you're kind of looking now for like a decent starter home. You're probably going to want to be anywhere in the maybe the 350 and up. Now, this is one of those ranges where you know, you probably could get something in like Mesa for like under 350. That might be okay. We like Mesa. It does have its positives and negatives, similar to Phoenix. The positives aren't nearly as high as the positives in Phoenix. Can be really nice in some areas, whereas Mesa is, there's some really nice real estate, but a lot of like the larger homes. They're like the established neighborhoods, and I mean, you're still gonna find a house in Mesa, for a good area. You're still gonna spend probably about, I don't know. Let's see. Let's look real quick. While we're at it, we'll look. Let's bump this up. I'm gonna say 750. You can find something, and it's gonna be really nice out here in Mesa. Let's change this to, so anything from 400 to 750. So 625. This is the most expensive place we're seeing so far. And this home was probably bought by Open Door, just judging off of the way the photos were taken. But Open Door likes to do straight on photos, just like that, because sometimes they like to do virtual staging with their photos. So just kind of hard to see because it's bright out here, so I can't really see exactly what's going on with the house, but it looks like it may need some updating. And we'll look at this real quick. Yeah, Venture REIs. I think that's a branch off from Open Door. Could be wrong on that. But these areas like this are pretty nice in Mesa. Really established homes. And you got, let's see, 500K. Kind of go through the pictures real quick. This one looks like it's been updated. So yeah, that's the thing with Mesa right there. We like Mesa. Some of the lows are similar to Phoenix's lows, with like the homelessness and the crime and all that, from what I've noticed. Well, actually, Phoenix is probably a little worse. So Phoenix is more like, the lows are worse than Mesa, but the highs are also better than Mesa's highs. Mesa's kind of just, there's places that are like not a little sketchy, and then there's also some decent, nice and quiet. One thing we do like about Mesa though is it's not as congested as like a Phoenix, just because its geographical location on the map. It's kind of off in the East Valley. There's not really a city above it. There's cities below it, like Chandler and Gilbert is in that area, and then there's Tempe is next to it, but it's only covered on really two sides, the west side of it and the south side of it. So you don't really have the traffic, cutting through as much. So if you're trying to, move somewhere where it's not as congested, maybe Mesa might be a good option. Now, as you go west and you kind of look at the map here, if you're like in Glendale, you're gonna have, cities on all four corners, so you're gonna get a lot of extra congestion. But yeah, let me change this filter again really quick. Just put this back to no minimum, and then we'll do 425. So typically what I do is I look in specific areas where we like the real estate. So we're usually looking over in this area, this Tempe area here. 415 is kind of about what you're gonna pay for a home here, and it's a hot home probably because it's a little bit less, but it also kind of looks like something that might have an HOA, but they don't have one. So it's just kind of the style of the home, really. And then we also like this area here, which is not really much, which tells you They're decent areas because at 450 or 425, what we put it at, let me double check. At 425, there's really nothing in here. So that kind of tells you that those are, for the most part, decent areas. This area is really nice over here, Dobson Ranch. So if you can find something in that area, definitely be worth looking into. See, like 400K, 3.2. Then we got 385. This is a smaller, wow, a lot smaller. But you could have room to add another bedroom and something like that. And then the Gilberts, really you don't see anything, so that just tells you that you're gonna have to bump your price up if you're gonna find something in that area here. So let's do 550. See, now you're seeing, once you go up higher, now you're seeing basically where a majority of all the homes sit that are in that price range. One area that we also do like is the Ahwatukee. Anything along 48th Street here and going all the way down, and then all of this in here, all this is really nice. One thing with Ahwatukee is they do have a lot of HOAs. That's the one thing that's kind of the drawback if you don't like the HOA thing. There's positives because, you know, that means the houses are going to be nicer because there's an HOA there. There is also a lot of 55 and up, I believe, in Ahwatukee, so that's another thing to look out for. Sometimes you'll see a house that seems like it's a little less, but it's actually a 55 and up house. But yeah, let's check one of these real quick. So four bedroom, 3 bath, pretty large, 2,000, you know, a little over 2,000 square feet. From what I can see, it looks like I like the flooring. Looks like there's some sort of quartz countertops, maybe. Still, it's a little hard to see because I'm outside. Yeah, it's a really nice place. But again, you're at 500,000. It's $2,800 a month mortgage. So really, to starter homes now are going to be right around anywhere between like 325 to probably 400,000, whereas like this starter home here a year ago was 250. So as you guys see, the market's gone up quite a bit, and interest rates have gone up as well. So that's definitely, you definitely don't get nearly as much house as you could have got a year ago, or even shoot, if you had bought 2 years ago, you'd have been in really good shape. But yeah, that's pretty much it for you guys today on this. Maybe if you guys like this format, let me know in the comments. I didn't talk about Scottsdale or anything like that, so maybe if I do it again, we'll kind of go over like some of these other areas like Scottsdale. And I really didn't talk about the West Valley too much. So maybe we could go over to West Valley a little bit and just kind of go through some houses together on the Redfin app. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Besides that, you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.